Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is August 7th, 2025, and today, big bombshell was dropped on us as we found out that Ino Martinez has agreed to leave FC Barcelona and join Al-Nassr. Also, bad news in regards to the 1-1 rule, as Barcelona are going to have to postpone the registration of the 5 players that remain unregistered. We have a lot to discuss. So let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. We'll begin this video with the shocking, surprising news that took us all, by surprise, because today it was revealed that Inigo Martinez has decided to leave FC Barcelona and he will be joining the Saudi club Al-Nassr, where he will become Penaldo's newest teammate. Now, Ino Martinez had a contract with Barcelona until 2026. Well, in fact, his contract expired this summer in 2025, but he did so well last season alongside Pau Cubarsí that, of course, Barcelona extended his contract until the summer of 2026. We all expected him to stay, given how important he had become in Barcelona's defensive line, given that him and Cubarsí have probably become the best pair of center backs that we've had in quite some time. Two of the best defenders in all of Europe last season. And while today this news took us all by surprise, as it was announced that Inigo Martinez has reached an agreement to join Al-Nassr during this summer transfer market, leaving FC Barcelona. Now, it looks like Inigo will be joining Al-Nassr on a free agency, where Barcelona and the player have reached an agreement to terminate his contract. So Barcelona are not going to be making any money off this transfer. Inigo will join as a free agent. And it's reported that he will sign a contract with Al-Nassr until the summer of 2026. So 1-year contract with, of course, an option to extend it until 2027. Now, we don't know the exact details of the Saudi contract, but I imagine Al-Nassr probably offered Inigo Martinez a lot of money. Given that he's 34 years old, he probably thought to himself, this is my last chance to score a big contract. No European club are going to offer Inigo Martinez the money that Saudi are probably offering him. So he probably said, hey, this is my last chance to, cash out one last time before, of course, he retires from football. So I don't blame Inigo Martinez for, of course, accepting this. I am sad, of course, because Inigo not only is an incredible defender, an incredible athlete, but he was also a great leader on and off the field. So it's definitely a shame and sad to see him leave. But, of course, again, I don't blame him. I would too, if I'm 34 years old, I'm about to retire, and someone comes and offers me millions. Of course, I would not say no. So, of course, Inigo Martinez, I say thank you. Thank you for everything you gave us. Thank you for the amazing season you had last season and all the trophies that you helped this team win. And I wish you the best of luck in Saudi Arabia. Now, I have seen a lot of people upset, of course, that Inigo is leaving for free and that Barcelona will not be making any money. It seems that there was a gentleman agreement between Inigo Martinez and Barcelona, where if a good offer comes for Inigo, the club would allow him to leave for free, since he did arrive for free. This is kind of like the Luis Diaz and Liverpool agreement, where Liverpool and the player had an agreement where if they get, a big offer, they would let him, or a really good offer, they would let him leave. So it looks like the same here, and Barcelona agreeing to honor that gentleman agreement, and then Inigo Martinez, leaving as a free agent. Now, this makes me wonder, by the way, two things during the preseason, because we did see, of course, Inigo Martinez did not play the last 2 matches. He only played against Vissel Kobe. The news was that he had a knock, there was some discomfort or some muscle overload, and that's why he wasn't playing. I wonder if they knew this was cooking already behind the scenes, and this is why he wasn't playing, or maybe he wasn't overloaded, and then eventually the deal came. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. And the second thing is, I wonder if this is why Flick was playing Gerard Martin as a left back. Not as a left back, as a left center back. Remember, we saw Gerard Martin play a couple of matches as a left center back. I wonder if Flick, already knew that this was going to happen, or that there was the possibility of this happening, and this is why he started trying out Gerard Martin. I'm not sure. Or maybe he was just trying it so he can have another left-footed center back, and then the offer came. I don't know, but this definitely makes me wonder, and I'm sure we'll find out in the next few days. And if I do, of course, I will let you know. Now, of course, the big question is, who is going to replace Inigo Martinez? Because, he was the center back pairing alongside Pau Cubarsí. And again, even though I am sad that Inigo is leaving, we do have options. I don't think this is any reason to panic or freak out or try to go sign someone else. I don't think we need to. After all, the center back position was one of the most stacked positions that we've had. So I think there's plenty of options. It could be Pau Cubarsí, Andreas Christensen. We saw Andreas Christensen fits really well under the Flick system. He knows how to build from the back. He knows how to do the offside trap. He's a really good defender. So I think that Christensen, Pau Cubarsí could be a really good pairing. Of course, they are going to have to get used to playing together because they haven't played together much. There's the Pau Cubarsí, Eric Garcia option, right? The two of them, they were the gold medalists for Spain. Really good pairing right there. Proved pairing right there. It could, of course, be Pau Cubarsí and Ronald Araujo. After all, the club are submitting Ronald Araujo under special training so he can learn and adapt to Hansi Flick's system. So if he does end up adapting, I think that will be a really good pairing, Araujo and Cubarsí. Again, if he learns how to play under Hansi Flick's system. And finally, it could be Pau Cubarsí and Gerard Martin, even though this is less likely. Again, Flick has been trying him there, so maybe Flick believes that he can play there. But again, less likely this. I see more Pau Cubarsí Christensen or Pau Cubarsí Araujo if, of course, Araujo ends up, learning the system. And then again, Eric Garcia, Pau Cubarsí, I think that's a really good pair. So plenty of options there. Again, I'm sad to see Inigo leave, but this is no reason to freak out or panic. After all, he is 34 years old. We have plenty of center backs. And the silver lining of all of this, of course, is that they're saying that Ino Martinez will leave around 40 million euros, will clear 40 million euros of Barcelona's wage bill, which will help Barcelona with their financial fair play. I'm not too sure about that number because, after all, Barcelona are not under the 1-to-1 rule, so they would only be able to use 60% of the salary that Ino Martinez clears. So if it is 14 million, it would be 60% of that, so maybe like 8 or 9 million euros. But again, I'm sure we'll find out more in the upcoming days. And speaking of registrations, bad news, because it seems that Barcelona are going to have to delay the 5 registration or the 5 players that remain to be unregistered. Now, yesterday during the podcast, I told you that Barcelona were expecting the auditor Crow to finalize their report by the Joan Gamper Trophy match. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Barcelona sold the rights to VIP seats at the Spotify Camp Nou at the end of December in exchange for 100 million euros. Their auditor Crow stated in their report that Barcelona could not count those 100 million euros as revenue because the seats were not built. And now that the seats are built, Barcelona are expecting their auditor Crow to issue a new report counting those 100 million euros from the seats as revenue, which would help the club achieve the 1-1 rule and would help the club register the players. And Barcelona were expecting that this report would be ready before the Joan Gamper Trophy match, which will be played this Sunday. Now, yesterday in the podcast, I said, I don't know. I'll see it when I believe it. And well, lo and behold, now the club stating that no, the report is not going to be ready by this weekend. It was initially supposed to be ready in the second half of July. Then they told us towards the end of July. Then Joan Gamper Trophy match. Looks like it's going to be next week. Again, I really hope this report gets done as soon as possible. But until I see it ready, I'm just not going to believe the deadlines that this board keep giving us time and time again. So what does this mean? This means that Barcelona will not be able to honor the promise that they made to all 5 players that remain unregistered, which was that all of them were going to be registered by the Joan Gamper Trophy match, which is, of course, the final friendly match of the preseason. Now, who are the 5 players that remain unregistered? Of course, the first 3 are the newest Barcelona signings, Joan Garcia, Rooney Bargi, and Marcus Rashford. Also, there's Wojciech Szczesny, because, of course, he technically did not renew. He had a new contract because his contract expired, and then he signed a new one. And then finally, Gerard Martin, because Gerard Martin is now a first-team player. He's no longer a Barça Athletic player. So Barcelona had promised all these 5 players that they will be registered by the Joan Gamper Trophy match. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, and time is running out because next weekend, not this one, but next one, that's when La Liga officially begins. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I will upload another video in a few moments. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, be scarce.